Some weeks, depression wins, and this has been one of those weeks. I want to talk about that honestly, not in a way that's polished or put together, just honestly, because I think there are too many people sitting in the same place I'm sitting right now who need to hear someone say it out loud. This week was hard, really hard, and I'm still in it. Every time I end up back here, I have to start again from nothing. And that's one of the most exhausting parts of living with depression that nobody talks about. It's not just the low periods themselves, it's for rebuilding afterwards, putting yourself back together piece by piece after spending every single thing you had trying to just survive. And while you're in survival mode, everything else falls apart around you. I haven't really eaten properly this week. I haven't looked after myself, the way I should. I haven't exercised. I haven't done the things I know help me. And the people closest to me, they've had the worst version of me, the empty version, a version that has nothing left to give. And that kills me inside. It genuinely does. Because I care about those people. I love those people. And depression has a way of making you feel completely disconnected from everything and everyone you love. Not because you want to be, but because you just don't have access to those feelings anymore. And that's the part I want to talk about today. Because I don't think people understand what depression actually is. When most people picture depression, they picture someone lying in bed, crying, unable to get up, obviously struggling, obviously broken. But that's not what it looks like, for most people. That's not what it looks like for me specifically. Depression is functioning. It's getting up and going through the motions. It's showing up for things and saying the right things and looking completely fine on the outside while feeling absolutely hollow on the inside. It's walking around completely empty. No emotion, no joy, no fear, just numb. And the really terrifying thing is, after a while, you stop being scared of that feeling because you felt it so many times that it starts to just feel normal. You just sort of accept it. You stop fighting it. You just exist inside it. And people around you have no idea. They see you functioning. They see you showing up. And they think you're okay because you look okay. Because you've gotten so good at looking okay. And you don't correct them. Because how do you even begin to explain it? How do you sit someone down and tell them that you feel nothing, that the things that used to bring you joy don't work anymore, that you're going through your days like a ghost of yourself, and you don't know when it's going to lift? You can't. So you just keep going, and you keep looking fine, and you keep carrying it alone. I've been carrying this for a long time, and one of the hardest things I've had to accept is that depression isn't something that goes away. It's not a chapter that ends. It's not something you beat once and then you're done. It's something you carry with you every single day. Some weeks it's manageable. Some weeks it sits quietly in the background and you almost forget it's there. You have good days, you feel like yourself, you feel like things are moving forward, and then something shifts and you're back here, starting from zero again. And that's the cycle. That's what living with depression actually looks like. It's not a straight line from, dark to light. A cycle up and down, good weeks and bad weeks. Periods of feeling okay, followed by weeks of like this one. And I personally stopped pretending that's not the case, because I think one of the most damaging things we do to ourselves is pretend that we're further along than we are. Pretend that we've got it more together than we do. Put on the face and tell everyone we're fine because we don't want to be a burden, or we don't want people to worry, or just don't have the energy to explain it. And I get it. I do that too. I've done it my whole life. But I'm done pretending this week, because I think someone needs to hear this. If you're in a bad week right now, you're not failing. You're not going backwards. You are not broken beyond repair. You are just in a bad week. And bad weeks end. I know it doesn't feel that way when you're in it. I know it feels like this is just how it is now. Like you've lost something you're never going to get back. Like the good days were a fluke, and this is the reality. But that's the depression talking. That's not the truth. The truth is that you've gotten through every single bad week you've ever had. Every single one. And you'll get through this one too. Depression, it isn't a chapter that ends, but it's also not the whole story. It's something you carry, and some weeks it's heavier than others. And this week, it was heavy. For me, it was really heavy. But I'm still here, and I'm still going. And if you're in the middle of a week like mine right now, I see you. I'm not going to tell you to go for a walk or think positive or look on the bright side. I'm just going to tell you that I see you, and that it's okay to just survive this week. Just get through it. That's enough. You don't have to be okay right now. You just have to keep going. And I believe with everything I have that you can do it. You can do that.